Sri Sri Anandamayi Mat ki Jai. In the afternoon, some ladies of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's family arrived to meet Ma. They raised the subject of general unrest in the world. Ma said, "There is bound to be unrest as long as duality reigns. It lies in the nature of worldly things to produce unrest. Hence, it is essential to be ever engaged in activities prompted by one's true nature, that is to say, to do God's work. To perform service to mankind is also very good. By such work, the mind is purified. But to do service by fits and starts will not lead to peace. Where two are, strife and unrest are unavoidable. If you engage yourself in ceaseless, uninterrupted service directed to Him, then only by His mercy the waters of the Ganga of knowledge will wash away all your desires and doubts, and only then will you be at peace." One of the ladies asked Ma for a cure for insanity. Ma replied, "I have only one kind of medicine with me. I have just spoken to you about it. This body does not prescribe any specific remedy for anybody. There is general suffering in the world due to previous misdeeds. But this suffering is for the ultimate good. Just as the mother punishes an unruly child to teach him, so this worldly suffering produces a similar effect. That is why I always stress that constant remembrance or contemplation of God is the only way to supreme peace for mankind." Late that same evening, Nepal Dada was reading from the Mahabharata and translating it immediately into Hindi. This continued up to 10 p.m. and thereafter various topics came up for discussion. Ma said, "I arrived at the station and saw Bhupati Babu boarding the train. I went for a drive to the station." Myself, "I had already presumed this." Ma, "How did you do so?" Myself, "You came down to inquire whether Bhupati Babu had left for the station or not, and later I learned that you had proceeded to Dehradun by car. So I surmised that you had a khayal concerning Bhupati Babu and that you had gone to the station to meet him." Ma, "When I came down from upstairs, I had the khayal that as Lakshmi Tankha usually comes to see me at about this time, so if she happened to bring her car, it would be possible for me to go to the station. In actual fact, there and then I had already seen Bhupati." Myself, "Then why did you inquire if his Tanga had left the ashram when you came down?" Ma, "What else could I say? I have to say something. I knew full well that Bhupati had said goodbye to me and that I had come downstairs much later, so Bhupati could not be here anymore. Nevertheless, I asked the question, do you know what this means? A semblance of ignorance in the presence of knowledge. Did I not tell you the other day that I am now exactly as I was in my childhood? Yet, when all the various leelas of sadhana were being enacted by this body, there was this outward semblance of ignorance. This now is something similar." After remaining silent for some time, Ma continued, "What you call telling a lie is not what I am talking about now. If you know something and you falsify it deliberately, then this is called telling a lie. But if In different states of being, you speak of the same thing quite differently, then this is not telling an untruth. Because if you talk according to the state you are in, it is true at that stage. Sri Sri Anandamayi Mat Ki Jai.